You're the new VBS director. Congratulations. There is nothing as exhilarating and sometimes frustrating than directing VBS for the very first time. You're full of ideas, new ways of doing things, innovations, but the amount of detail can seem overwhelming. And sometimes every new idea is met with the words, "It won't work," or "We've never done it that way before." But it is possible to direct VBS well the very first time, and we're here to help. So we asked some seasoned directors for their best advice for the first timer, and this is what some of them said. Sleep now. Stay calm and pray. It will change your life forever, so start now. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and you can never have too much help. You can't please everyone. Remember, everything is for His glory. Find a co-director with opposite strengths. And last, learn to delegate. Give yourself permission to direct. Being the VBS director does not mean it's your job to do everything yourself. A leader delegates and then releases people to do the job they've been given. They may not do the job exactly as you would have done it, but you're empowering these people to grow and lead. So, turn every anxiety into prayer, and instead of becoming tired and burnt out, you'll be much more effective. And don't try to track down every pair of scissors yourself. Here are some general tips for getting started. First off, plan ahead. Even though summer seems a long way off, begin making plans for VBS about 9 months ahead of time. You'll be amazed at how much easier it will be to take care of little details, and you'll avoid a lot of dreaded last-minute stress. Then plan to be surprised by God. Of course, none of us can outplan God, but we can plan for growth. And what will you do when those 10 extra kids show up Monday morning? God will drop little and big surprises on you along the way.
So one year when I was directing VBS, we had decided to have an iron-on transfer party. And so we planned this party. We had 10 women who said they would come, bring their ironing boards, and help us to apply all the transfers to the t-shirts. So the day came for the party, and my phone started ringing. And one forgot she had soccer practice. One of them had a sick kid. One of them forgot about another commitment. One by one, we were left with just myself and my co-director. And as we looked at this room full of t-shirts and iron-on transfers, and now only 2 ironing boards, it was a little overwhelming. And then there was that huge chocolate cake, of course, that we had for all these people. As we turned around, in walked an angel. And that angel had in their hand a heat transfer press. Well, needless to say, the evening went great. In about an hour and a half, we got all of our transfers ironed on. And just as we finished and were about to turn the machine off, in came a woman off the street walking her kids who saw our sign. And she wanted to register her 4 kids for VBS. So we sat her down with registration forms, gave all of her kids a fork, let her help eat the cake, and then realized I didn't have enough t-shirt transfers for these 4 extra kids. So I quick ordered another pack and ordered a safety pack, so now I had 16 extras. Don't you know, by the time VBS was over, there was only 1 transfer left. God always surprises us.
Second, do some research beyond your own VBS experience. If you have never been to VBS as a volunteer or director, it's worthwhile to visit other programs. Call a few local directors, ask them for their best ideas. Their insights will give you good pointers and brilliant strategies. And don't forget to check out Gospel Light's myvbsparty.com. You'll get great ideas of what you can do to make this the most fun and effective VBS ever. It's home to our Anytime, Anywhere training videos. Encourage your volunteers to watch the videos before they come to your training meetings. That way, you have something to talk about. You will also find forums and a section of downloads of extra goodies for you to use for free. And don't forget to sign up for our VBS Countdown emails. Third, do research in your own church. Plan a coffee date with the former VBS director and volunteers from your church. Oftentimes, there are church traditions, expected roles, and unspoken rules that a new director may not be aware of. And the best way to get that information is by asking. This coffee date is also a great place to lay out a few new ideas. Sometimes the best VBS is one that breaks the mold, but you want change to be effective, not to cause panic and anger. So it's important to get the people closest to VBS on board with you from the get-go. That way no one feels like a change was sprung on them. Remember, VBS is a growth experience for everyone. Your gentleness and respect will be a positive part of that growth. And a final tip, you can expect that many families will register on the first day of VBS, so no matter how much planning you do, be sure to plan for this too. So let's talk about the process step by step. The first step is to choose your VBS program. And of course, the best VBS programs can be found at gospellight.com. Check it out and choose the one that best fits your needs. Now, it's time to get to know the Director's Planning Guide. It's a very smart move on your part. We made the Director's Planning Guide to be as simple as we could. We condensed the most important things you'll need to know into 40 pages. Here's what to do. Grab a cup of coffee and sit down with this great book. You can literally read it in half an hour and get the big picture of running a VBS. Once you've read through the Director's Planning Guide, pull out the CD-ROM. Pop it into the computer and check out the planning articles in folder A first. You'll see how to break the whole planning process into simple steps. Then look through folder B and read a little more about what kinds of scheduling choices you have. For instance, are you going to do a 3-hour morning VBS, only for elementary school age kids, only to preschoolers, an evening VBS for everyone in the church? Maybe you're thinking about a weekend adventure. Think about what you will need for training, publicity, and so on. Next, check out the job descriptions. It is so much easier to recruit when you can give out a copy of the job description. That way, every person you ask knows what you want them to do at VBS. They'll be more committed when they understand the vision of their job. As you begin to recruit, ask God to show you who would be an assistant director. You might even ask for 2 people who would like to learn this job along with you. When there are a couple of people who can float during VBS to places they are needed, it really helps to keep everything flowing smoothly. So now you're ready to begin. Lay the groundwork, do a little research in and out of your own church. Then follow these 4 steps. Recruit, publicize, train, and register. In no time, you're gonna be looking like a pro. You can do this, and we're here to help. Post a question on Facebook, and one of our program creators and VBS experts will help you find exactly what you're looking for. Or you can email us. Thank you for watching, and have a great VBS.